today. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, this is Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports. We'll see Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans taking on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaunt on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and off we go from Nashville. Taken in at the 3. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Derrick Henry. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Tannehill. He finds Corey Davis. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage. And hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Running jet sweep here, Humphreys. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
For a Tennessee Titan.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DJ Waddle. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And now it's third down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's fourth down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Now Osborne to return it. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
What really attracts people to him? A passionate leader, controls the huddle really well, controls the locker room, and also throws with anticipation and accuracy, especially evident when he throws the deep ball.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
33, Dalvin.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down, Cook found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. Great first drive defensively. Third and short, able to stop the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defensive players, it gives an overall feeling of, okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on the punt. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Just the first quarter of tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
6 yards left on second down. A toss left, Henry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. The return is Osborne. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Cousins. He gets it left side to Johnson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
To B.C. Johnson. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a 1st down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now it's Henry. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. And it's complete. Henry And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
Right there, 54, right there.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Tannehill throwing again. This will be caught at about the 5. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here's Osborne. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
J.J. Osborne on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
1st down, Vikings.
Cousins gives way to Cook, and he'll get this up to about the 40.
Number 33.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
The snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal, so instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down. This is Johnson, he's got it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Cousins again. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Cousins on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. after the incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 21 yards away. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's polished off by a Viking score.
Dan Bailey.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
From the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Tannehill on 1st down. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Tannehill. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Pass. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Tannehill now to throw. The open man is Smith. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphries. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To the air again, Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Henry. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half.
Another nice job there defensively. They've had it bottled up throughout this game. They used their scouting really well, but they've executed even better throughout this game. Their job now, don't relax, and all of a sudden, give them a chance to break off a big one.
His guys have the lead as the white stuff continues to fall. And for the call of the second half, we give it back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Cook. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He'd had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Play fake. Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Throwing, Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Chad Beebe. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
The ball carrier.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Good. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take him the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Out to the right to Humphries.
Tannehill
given 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 49-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Tannehill. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 2nd and 9, Tannehill steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
At the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. You can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. You might want to take that course.
This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. On 4th down, here's Steven Gostkowski for the Tennessee field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So he needed a little assist from his friend the right upright, but 3 points all the same.
Yeah, he's a right-footed kicker. Normally, you don't mess with the right upright as a right-footed kicker, right? You're trying to bring him back right to left. But in this case, he got the assist. Right was right.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. Here's Osborne. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Cousins to Jefferson on the slant. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
To Justin Jefferson. That's the end of the
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Off the play fake, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Again, it's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Adam Thielen. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
First down throw for Cousins. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
It's second down and 10.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 13-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a second and 3. They run it again with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because...
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight ahead.
Bailey now for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return, the Titans take over first and 10. At their own.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Tannehill and the Titans come up now first and 10 at their own 27. He'll set up to throw, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline, ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Short throw to Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And it's caught. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well. And that would appear to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
To give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the face mask moves them closer, and now 1st and goal. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Is no good. That keeps the score. Vikings.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready.
Steven Gostkowski.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here's Osborne. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. at their own 20.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. Second and 11 now. Now a run with Cook. And some space here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 16 yards, a first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And despite the cold, despite the snow, this one was fun to watch, and I want to thank you for bringing 2 things, the space heater and the hot chocolate. Those were a big help for us here in the booth.
Yeah, just so you know, in the future, get your own space heater. Okay, I'm an only child. I don't share very often. But this had to bring out, like, the 12-year-old in us, didn't it? I mean, to be able to watch this, and let's face it, when you were that age, you didn't come inside until Mom screamed, "Get inside now, young man," because you wanted to be out there just having a good time, and actually you almost forgot just how cold it was. I'm sure these guys didn't, but they ended up playing just like those 12-year-olds and getting it done.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from Nashville.